Hey folks, today we got a doozy. 1999 R129, the SL500, my future dream car. I saw this ad on Facebook Marketplace for a small dealership that claims to specialize in Mercedes. Yeah, and they really didn't tell the whole story in the ad. They want $9,000 for this thing, so I went for a closer look. The pictures were suspicious, and oh man, look at this. Look at this. It's just disgusting. How does this dealership even put this on their showroom floor? I mean, what are they trying to do? Like, impress me? Every wood trim piece, every tree. I can't even talk. I was disgusted so bad. Every panel has loose fitting trim, grease stains everywhere. You know, everything's broken. Look at the carpeting on that seam right there. What's the point? You couldn't give this to me for free if you wanted. Seats are cracked in the leather. Just no, it's just wrong. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful cars Mercedes ever made. These things were flagships, selling for what would be about $200,000 in today's money. But yeah, what are they trying to do here? I don't understand. The more I move things around, look at that seat. The seat belt support there is completely broken. That's about $2,000 to $5,000 to repair that seat. The rims look pretty decent. They're not matching for this type of car, but you know, the two-spoke AMG rims. And you look at the hardtop, it's not fitting properly, so that's like water intrusion there. The minute you get rain, open up the trunk and that lid just is not going up on its own, so it needs new springs and repairs. And look at that. Were they just trying to hide cocaine there and couldn't put the panel back on? There's rust forming over there, which means there's water intrusion in the trunk side areas. Oh man, it's just disappointment layered on top of disappointment. I figured take a look at the driver's side door, and let's just take a look, see, you know, any leftover cocaine or pot in the storage compartment there. It's a hidey hole. Let's take a look. That thing barely opens up, and oh, what an amazing thing. There's touch-up paint. Yeah, like this little touch-up paint is gonna do some wonders on this car. There's a manual there. What are the odds that this car's got decent maintenance history in there? I thought I'd take a look, but yeah, it's, you know, aside from a few stamps at some of the original dealerships, there's nothing to be found on that. What a shame. This was such a beautiful car back in its day, 1999. You know, this car, somebody spent a fortune when they bought it brand new, but after second, third, fourth dealer owners, everything just goes downhill. You know, some junior sales guy came up and tried to talk to me about the car and how interested I was. He quickly realized that it was mission impossible when I started telling him about all the problems on the car. Obviously, it was not a motivated salesman there. And I thought, okay, you know what, let me just use this as a learning experience for what things to identify on an old car like this. Of course, it's got the M113 engine, one of the most amazing parts of this generation of cars. From 1998 to 2002, these got the newer motor, which makes them far more reliable than the older M119. A little bit slower technically, but no big deal. You get just a modern engine with, you know, just a bulletproof type of design. But yeah, you just gotta wonder about the neglect that this car suffered over the years. It just, yeah, it belonged to a Type 2 type of customer, which maybe did burnouts and used this car to smoke in and do whatever they needed to. So, not the ideal type of customer ownership experience with this. Regardless, I just kind of looked around just to see if there were, you know, what I could glean off of the visual inspection of the engine quickly. I think the motor oil was a little low, no surprise there. So anyway, guys, yeah, this is the kind of car you don't want to buy, or if you really are desperate, just buy for parts. There's no way on earth I'd spend $9,000 on this car. Better examples are out there, and this car would probably need $20,000 in restoration work, 10 at least if you did it all on your own. So at the end of the day, if it's $8,000 for this car plus $10,000, you're looking at 18 grand. You can definitely find better examples out there. Look at that. The toe, the jack point has no cover on it. Took a look underneath, see if I could identify things, but there's some indicators of rust throughout the underbody area. Not good signs. Not something that you'd really want to get as your as a car for this. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon with another video review.